Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here. Welcome back to the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. Today we're going to be checking out 3 locations, that being Raider Wharf, MDPL-05 Power Station, or 05, and then Raven Rock. Now, of course, Raven Rock is probably one of the last locations we would actually visit on our normal playthrough. But I decided to go ahead and check it out and see what it's like early game, obviously before progressing far in the main quest. To my surprise, there's a pretty big glitch there. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out these 3 locations. And as you can see here on the mini-map, we are in the far northwestern corner of the map, which is where Raven Rock is located. Here you can see the location of MDPL-05 Power Station. But first we're going to check out Raider Wharf, and this is an unmarked location just to the southeast of the power station. Now this location is pretty cool, and we talked a little bit about this surrounding area in the previous episode. There are some crashed cars to the south of where we are now that contain a copy of Duck and Cover. But besides that, there are some rivers and what appears to be an old lake or reservoir in this area. Now, as you approach, there's going to be several Mirelurks. This appears to be some kind of Mirelurk Habitat. So definitely come prepared. I found that using a flamer on the Mirelurks is actually quite effective, despite what you might think if you play like Pokemon or something, because Mirelurks are like a water type. Anyways, as we approach the river, I found this refrigerator with fungus growing inside, along with a skeleton on the shoreline. Now, Raider Wharf is just a dock on this old lake, and there are several raiders occupying it. Now, I almost died a few times because there was one raider who was very happy-go-lucky with this fucking missile launcher, but we were able to take him out thanks to the flamer. He actually just dropped the missile launcher because it was so freaking hot, and I could take in and repair my missile launcher along with some missiles. Now, here you will find an ammunition crate and some chems like Jet, and there are some stim packs and Med-X and Radaway on this shelf, and then there's also a mini nuke on the shelf here on the left. Definitely a good find and definitely something you would want to pick up. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, this appears to be some kind of old lake or old reservoir. Maybe this used to be filled up with a lot more water, because at Raider Wharf we can find a lot of crashed boats and some crashed cars. I'm not sure how the crashed cars got there, maybe just the flow of the river over time. But there definitely appears to have been some kind of lake here or something. There's a lot of crashed boats, and I highly doubt this small pond just had a whole bunch of boats in it. But it also leaves into question, why is this dock here? And I would just assume it was built in the post-war era. Now, this blue boat is of significance because we can find a lot of useful items in it, such as a stealth buoy inside. Then on the roof, normally you will find a copy of Nikola Tesla and You. Now, if you can find it, it was either A, phased into the roof, kind of fused into the roof, or B, it fell into the water because of an explosion from a stupid raider who was firing missiles at you. For me, it was option B, so just kind of look around until you can find it. Then if we head up the northwest, go up a cliff, we can find the MDPL-05 Power Station. Now, I've actually been trying to reach this rather unmarkable location for a while now because of Eric is Dead 2021 and Will Run for Fun, because we can find schematics for the dart gun here, along with a copy of Dean's Electronics and Workman's Toolbox. Fun fact, this is the only named toolbox within Fallout 3. Now, I really wanted the dart gun schematics because apparently this gun is super OP and super good. So now we have to construct it, and we will get on to that. There's also a chance for a random encounter here. I had 2 Wastelanders with an iBot. I killed the iBot because it's playing a radio, and we don't want any copyrighted music here. But this otherwise unremarkable location is unremarkable besides some pretty damn good loot. After this, I decided to go ahead and make my way to Raven Rock because I wanted to see what it looks like early game. And you don't have to believe what I'm going to say, but it's the truth. I was going to try and make a funny cinematic of me just shooting the door to this bunker. And upon shooting the door, it fucking flew off, and I was in disbelief. And I was like, well, I guess I can just enter fucking Raven Rock now. And yes, I can, but there is an invisible barrier that prevents you from going any further, which is rather unfortunate. But I was in total shock at what was happening right now, and I was trying to do anything in my power to get back past this invisible barrier. Now, I was wanting to create a funny cinematic with the flamethrower and like, let me in meme type of thing. And as I exited the bunker, I found these 3 freaking vertibirds flying away. Obviously a cinematic that's supposed to be viewed in the final phase of Fallout 3, but we can go ahead and view it now. And like I said, I was trying to get past this invisible barrier, but, nothing really seemed to work. And I decided to go ahead and research it. And yes, this is a known glitch, where if you shoot the bunker door, it will fly off. However, I couldn't find any way to get past this invisible barrier, which is quite unfortunate. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. I had a lot of fun checking out these areas. All of these places were pretty new to me. I have no memory of them besides, well, of course, the interior of Raider Wharf. Now, if you have any recommendations for a future video or future idea, please post them in the comment section below. And as always, until next time.